Hi everyone, welcome back. So as you can see, today is a little bit of a different video. Please excuse the plastic bags. This is my workstation for this video, so it looks a little bit messy, but we will be getting a little bit messy, so it's just natural. I actually already did a coloring of the bag, so I already dyed this bag, you guys. So I didn't realize, hey, I should have videotaped the whole thing. I didn't. So this is already dyed. I will do a little bit of a few touch-ups here on camera, and then I will actually do a whole, not a whole bag, but I will do this bag, pretty much everything that needs to be done with it, and we'll talk about that bag in a few. So this is a Balenciaga bag that I had. I've wore this to death. It was a beautiful, kind of like a rose color, not exactly pink, not exactly red, and I rubbed it off to death. And it was just looking bad. I will try to see if I can include a picture just so you get an idea of how it looked before. And I did dye it. I went ahead and this is just one coat, by the way. This is just one coat. You obviously do still see kind of discoloration, but this is from just wear. Let me show you the little corners. And again, because the color was very similar to what I used as a new dye, I did only do one. I just want to fix that kind of real quick. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, just a little bit. But I'm pretty happy with the color, you guys. This is my first bag that I've actually dyed. So the handles, I didn't touch anything. I didn't do anything to the handles except color it. As you can see, it was pretty worn. Like I said, this was my every single day bag. With the little controversy with Balenciaga, I did want to kind of put it aside and just switch up the bags, but it was in bad condition. So I went ahead and said, hey, this is the best time to try on the bag that I don't really feel bad about. Let me try and test it out. So I used this specific dye. I don't know why I chose it. It was one of the cheapest ones and I wanted to try it. Previous to this, I did try on one item that needed a touch-up. It was like a cream one. This is more water-ish. This is kind of like a liquid. So a little bit different. I'm still on the fence which one I like, the cream or the water. I did use this little brush or this kind of touch-up tool, and it does absorb a lot of color. So I don't know, unless you're coloring the whole bag, I would actually try to use a little ear thing because it doesn't take as much color in. And then if it's only tiny spots, right? Only if you have tiny spots or touch-ups. If you actually have to color the whole bag, of course, use this. So I will be touching this up real quick, and then I'm gonna move on to the bag, and there's gonna be a story time about that black bag. So let's begin. I do wanna wear gloves. Anytime you do something, when I did it the first time, I had the gloves on, and then I took them off, and I was cleaning something up, and it got a little bit on my, I don't know if you can still see that, on this finger right here, but I think it went away. So it does wash off, maybe not on your nails. So if you have beautiful manicure, you don't wanna test it out, wear gloves the whole time. And then I will be using the ear swab, just because I have little tiny spots that I want to fix. Otherwise, I'm pretty much done with the bag, and I will let it dry, and then I will condition it. I do have a conditioner on because it's not going to be today. I'm not going to put it on the video because I'm going to let it sit for a couple of days at least. So you do have this little package, and you're supposed to push this out and then put the bottle in just like this. So it's easier to bottle not to fall over. But we're not doing that again. We're not doing that. So I'm just gonna do a few brushes on things that I see need coloring. Again, I already colored it, and I think one coat is more than enough on this bag. Again, it was super similar color to the color of the original tint. Or so all I do is just a tiny bit, just to kind of fix up, because what I did before is when I thought I fixed it, I did not shake the bottle. So I think the water was not the real color. It was more like just water instead of it being the color itself. And then I think I did a few things here. So this is just a touch up. I already did this bag like I mentioned before. This is just a touch up on a few spots that I don't like how they look. Worst case, obviously, I can just repaint the whole thing. Again, still on the fence on this specific dye. I might prefer the cream one over the water one, which is this, or the liquid one. Although I do think that one is liquid as well, but more of like creamy, I guess, substance. And that's it. So as you can see, I did use this just because I didn't want to take on a lot of coat. But it's a touch-up, so does not require a lot of it. And then obviously it's not going to be perfect, right? It's not a new bag. The leather has seen it all, so it's not going to be perfect, but I'm not going to be using this bag at some for now. I won't be using it. I'm going to color it, and then it's going to condition it, and it's going to go in the closet in the dust bag. So we're going to leave that for now. If you were planning on doing it yourself, you can cover the metal parts, so the hardware. I didn't. I did not even touch it. Like I said, you see that I colored it over. Not a big deal for me. Again, not that it's an expensive bag. I wore this to death. It paid itself off just by everyday use. Also, I did try, and you can actually get it out with water with ease, so it's not a problem. Just be careful not to get the water on the leather. So that's that with the Balenciaga. I'm gonna put this aside, and then we're gonna start with this, you guys. So I'm gonna close this. Now, the issue that I had with this bag and why I wanted to color it, it's been a while. Let me give you a story. If you want to jump, I'm gonna put a timestamp so that you know when I'm gonna start coloring this with the black dye, which is here. But little story time. So I had this Chloe bag, loved it to death. As you can see, it's a little bit on the worn side, so it's seen better days. And I'm not sure what that is, some kind of water stain possibly. And I wore it so much that I actually needed to replace my handles. I needed to replace, these are not the original handles, they cracked. I don't remember what else happened to them, but I wanted the new handles. And I went ahead and I went to Cobbler in New York City. I thought my bag was safe, and I told him that I wanted leather straps. It was a leather bag. The bag was over $1,000 pretty much. And I don't remember when I purchased it. Was it Barney's? It could have been Barney's. And still when it was open in New York City. And I told him that I wanted leather straps. I didn't care how much they would cost. I just wanted them to be leather. I wanted it to be quality because the bag was quality. Even though, as you can see, it's seen better days. It still has no issues, just a little bit on the rubbing of the corners. I don't know if you can see that, but it's still in a very good condition. So I wanted to keep using it because it's a beautiful bag. It's very convenient. It's very light. So it was my favorite bag. It took about a month or so. And then I got this bag back. And when I got it back, and I still kind of didn't know my rights. I was nice and I was polite and I didn't want to be a bitch, right? And when I got it back, everything was fine. I was wearing it. And then at some point, very short, it was just a couple of weeks, I guess. This is what happens to my straps. I still think this is not leather. Leather doesn't do this. So I don't know what the hell this is. It's unfortunate. I was very upset. I didn't go back, obviously, because I was nice and I didn't know that I could go back and say, like, what the hell. So these are the straps. Because of this, I actually stopped wearing this bag and unfortunately just sat in my closet because of the straps. And I didn't want to take a chance and take it to another cobbler and take a chance on that. I kind of got upset and I just let it go, forgot about the bag. Put a bad review for the guy because I just thought that he took advantage of me. Again, I didn't mind paying money, you guys. These costed me $60 as a reference. I don't know if that helps you, but this was about 10 years ago and they cost me $60 to change the straps. That's all he did. Unfortunately, he kind of screwed it over. He got me these straps. Mind you, I don't mind paying more money than $60. This is just what he quoted me for leather straps. If I would have known that he would switch this up on me, I do still believe these are not leather at all. Even here, like you could see, it's a little bit, I don't know, it's questionable, you guys. I would have paid $100, I would have paid $120, so double what I paid if I knew that these were leather shoulder straps. Anyways, this sat in the closet. Obviously, I'll either have to throw it out or I have to try to fix it. So finally, I'm doing this. I'm painting, I'm dyeing this bag. If it doesn't work out, not a big deal. It's still gonna sit in my closet, but if it works out, beautiful, which is my goal. So let's begin. So I do have the same paint. Again, it's cheap, so it's about $10. I don't know if it's gonna work out. We'll see how that's gonna go. I'm gonna paint it with you. It's just gonna be first coat. Now, mind you, the Balenciaga one, that took one coat. So this whole bottle, this whole rose, this was the color that I chose as well. Come on, focus, rose. This whole color went on this whole bag, you guys. So one coat took for this whole bag. Obviously, if I wanted the second coat, I would have to buy second bottle. Okay, I think we can start, you guys. A little bit scary on the video. When you do it on your own, you kind of don't think about things, but My goal is to touch up a little bit on the side here, and then I do want to paint this white part because it looks not the inside but this right here. I want to paint it so you don't see the wear and all the little rub off areas. I'm not going to cover this. I'm just going to let it go. If anything, I'm just going to wash it off with water later on. And then I do want to paint the handles, and I think I'm going to do the handles first, and then I'm going to move on to the white part and then fix up whatever's on the bag. So let's do it. I'm going to shake the bottle, and I'm going to do it with you guys now. Let's begin. I don't want to waste anything, so I'm going to pick it up from here, and let's do it. So you guys, I did paint. This is a one coat. Let me see. I'm gonna fix up these parts as well. Let me see. You might not see it on camera just because I have to get up close. Let me see here. I will do a second coat. So I might actually color this better when I do a second coat, which is going to be off camera in a few days. I do like to give it a couple of days for drying. So it might be off camera, you guys, but I will be doing a second coat, and I might go over the little details way better when the camera is not in the way and I don't try to like bump into it or something. And I have a different lighting where I can actually see everything up close. Even like the handles, all around the handles, so that I don't even get the color on my pants, right? But you get the idea. So this is just one coat for now. And then I will be coming back to it and doing a second coat as well. And then any fixings that needs to be done. So I think this should be good for now. Let me see here if there's anything on this side. The dye, obviously, if you watch other videos, the dye will make the leather rougher. So you do want to condition right after it. So let it dry, obviously not that same second, but let it dry a few days, especially if you're doing second coats, between the coats. And then once it's dry, so you see I didn't touch the underneath. I don't see the point. Nobody's going to see that part. You're only going to see the part where I open my bag like this. So that's the part that I wanted to take care of. This is actually pretty cool. Let me see. No, it will not. So you see it wipes off. So I thought maybe I'll color it and it's going to stay black, but it won't. So you can definitely wipe this off once you're done coloring the bag. Let me see if I can color these imperfections. But this is it, you guys. So check this out. This is just one coat. I will be coming back to this once it's dry, and I can go back with a second coat. And I will follow up what happened to the handles, if it didn't take the color, or if it's gonna rub off or will not rub off if I do get a chance to wear it. So this is it, you guys. If you have any questions or comments, please write below. I would love to hear from you. I hope it helps. Not very detailed, like, but it gets the job done. It's simple to the point and it gets the job done. And this, again, this is my technically second color of the bag. First one was Balenciaga, which I'm kind of happy with. This is another one, different color. So we'll see how this is going to work out for me. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned. I will see if I can try to make a follow-up on this and show you the second coat, or at least the completion. Or once I could do the second coat, what I might actually do is do a video and where I will condition this bag and the Balenciaga one. Let me know if you want to watch that. If not, maybe I'll just do it off camera and just do it quicker. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.